Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another Sunday walk in the woods. Yeah, obviously today's Sunday. I record these usually a week in advance, so I've been mostly doing Saturdays and Sundays when I have the availability to. So Saturday was a bit of a write-off for me, so it is Sunday. It's a bit earlier in the day, and I am off taking a wander through the section, if you've been following the channel at all. So in the wintertime, there was this one part and a branch of the trail that I was always curious where it went to. And I spent a couple of videos trying to figure out where it ended up at. Now, I've walked down here a few times and I've recorded a few times, never kept the videos. So you guys have never actually seen this part of the walk. So I figured today would be the day. Good morning. So we are adventuring today. Temperature warmed up again in the mid-20s today. It's supposed to go up to around 30 tomorrow. We had rain all up until yesterday. Today and tomorrow are the only nice days we've got. Back to rain again. And coolish temperatures, which again, I'm fine with. I mentioned last week that the area that I'm in here, we had some fires, I don't know, a few hundred kilometers from us here, and then a bunch that were in Nova Scotia. Those calmed down, but Ontario and Quebec were inundated with them, and that caused a lot of distress for a lot of folks, which sucks. But in the midst of that, let me preface all this. I had a bunch of folks reach out to me, making sure I was okay. So this is nothing to do with the general population. This is a rant, in essence, about a small portion of the population. That just seems to be a pain in the ass. So as the smoke was progressing, it obviously inundated and affected a lot of folks that were in the US as well, not just here in Canada. And I started hearing things along the lines of, the Canadian smoke and the Canadian, this and that. And I was just like, And we get that in the winter here, the Canadian cold weather. We get blamed for that shit constantly. And that's kind of been a bit of a norm, right? So, but it bothered me this time. And the weather thing bothers me too, because it's not something we can control. It's not like Canadians are generating this. It's not like we went out into the forest to, send smoke down to New York City. It's not. That's not how this works. And again, not poking at the general population of the folks that reached out. Amazing, But it just seems to be like this small group of folks that are either in the media or people that are looking for clout, the clout chasers, as we like to say. And they're a pain in the ass. They just like to villainize as much as they can. And I don't like it. It doesn't do anybody any good. It's harmful. I noticed that that's a tool that is used to, keep people down, so to speak. I've seen it for years. You villainize a word or a people or place that doesn't necessarily deserve it, and that starts, conversation in people's brains. That is not necessarily a great thing. So, yeah. So, needless to say, things are better with the smoke now. Where I'm at here, we had a few days of a little touch of it here and there, but it was nothing like people were getting in Toronto. My coworkers and friends in Toronto were not happy with it. A friend of mine in Ottawa was like, yeah, it was bad there too. So, it's going to be a problem. I know that this is what they say, it's an El Nino year, so we can expect a lot of this again, which is great. I remember it in the 90s when I first heard about El Nino and La Nina, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And it just seems to be getting exponentially worse as I'm paying attention to it as I'm getting older. But we'll see. Good day. So yeah, my fingers are crossed for a calmer spring and summer, or end of my spring, beginning of my summer. I don't even know when summer starts. I have to look that up. But yeah, no more rants, no more blah. Again, like I was saying, it's not like I'm complaining about, you know, a general thing. I'm just saying it's like a small portion of people that like to do this, and for some reason they end up getting traction online. And of course, I probably shouldn't look at Twitter because that's where I started seeing it. And then I saw one funny picture, and I'll let this go. It was, it started with Blade Runner. People were like showing comparisons between the pictures of New York City and, you know, the way the backgrounds and everything looked in Blade Runner, and the color palette was very similar. And then somebody threw a picture of Godzilla in next to the buildings in New York, and that just kind of made my brain giggle. Again, not something that was funny. A lot of folks were affected by this, so it was not a good thing. So, but I don't mind a sense of humor. Even in Toronto, years ago when we had bad rain and some of the subway stations in the city flooded, and then people were online posting pictures of the flooding, but with like sharks in it, and you know, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I can get around with. I like a dark sense of humor. I'm kind of cool with, you know, kind of poke light at things when it's awful. It's something I tend to do personally anyway. But yeah, so this week has been pretty good. Stupid busy at work still. I have booked a few days off at the end of this week. When you guys watch this, my days off will already have happened. So, but planning on doing a few things. The intention is on Thursday and Friday is to get the initial videos started and recorded for the secondary channel. I have been not putting it off, but the last few weeks have been more difficult for me. A lot of stuff has happened at work, and so we've been kind of understaffed for a lot of parts, and people having time off, and it's that time of the year, right? So not, you know, saying, oh, woe was me, but it was busier because there were fewer people around. So, and of course, issues arise as they tend to happen. But the last few weeks at work has been exhausting. And my one friend was off for a few weeks. He went back home to go visit his family, and he just got back this week. And I realized after he got back, it was like, I realized how much I'd been building up and holding on, and I kind of got to let go of some of it, and I just was exhausted. So Thursday and Friday and Saturday, just write-offs for me. No energy, sleeping a lot, and that's just, you know, mental fatigue, body fatigue. You know, your mind and body saying, it's enough. We'll let you stress out and do shit that we don't want you to do, but we're going to kick you in the ass a little bit. And that happened, which is fine. You know, I'm not complaining about this. This is not a complaining video, just kind of expressing that if I seem a little less exuberant, a little less energetic, because I'm catching up, and this week will be all about catching up. And then, like I said, Thursday and Friday, the plan is to have some recording done. I'm kind of sick of the constant light problems I'm facing with this camera. And it's not the camera's fault. It's because I'm in a darker area, and anytime that the light from the trees and stuff breaks through, it causes like this lens flare up and stuff. And I found even with the Insta360, my footage was not perfect last week, but I don't care. But I try to keep it as good as I can. But I've been today. But I've been not walking as much this week as I would like. I did get my new watch. You can see, ta-da! It is an Amazfit or Amazfit GTS4 Mini. Great little rig. I love it. Connects to my notifications, so when I mute my phone, if somebody texts me or I get a Discord notification or something, it buzzes on my wrist. Very nice. Built-in GPS tracker, which again, I like. So right now I am tracking my exercise for this morning's walk. It links to the phone so that the GPS will relay it to the app, and it gives me a map of where I walked and the steps and how far and all that kind of stuff. And the best part, the part that I appreciate the most, this allows me to turn off the health sensors. I have a problem with them, twofold. First one is they affect my body. I'll be fine for a little bit, and then I'll start feeling tingling in my finger of the hand that it's attached to. Interesting. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's music playing. So I'm in the middle of the woods, and I know I'm close to the end of the trail. But yeah, to hear music play was just like, what? So anyway, yeah, so the lighting that's in these watches and stuff seems to affect me. And it's not if it's intermittently checking me, it's that constant check is what causes problems for me. So I was able to limit it to like 10 minutes, and it was okay, but it still was a little bit of a bother mentally. So I just was able to turn it off, which is great. Why the fuck is there music playing today? I'm assuming there's some kind of an event going on or something. It is that time of the year. I mean, this does happen. It's fine. It just kind of cracks me up is that, you know, here I am wandering in the middle of the woods and I hear piano starting off. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. It's doing a good job. I also, little mini PC, I've been testing it some more. Oh, somebody's doing the test thing. And so yeah, I took out the mini PC and I've been putting some games on it just to test and see how well it operates and works. And I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I tested Hogwarts Legacy as a joke because, you know, that game's a bit of a bitch to run. And I was able to put it at 1080p, medium to low settings. Medium settings, actually. And I got good 60 frames per second plus on it. Borderlands, similar. And the thing I find is that even medium to low settings are fine for me these days. 1080p, fine. I did order myself a portable monitor. Found one on sale for like $100. 1080p, 15.6 inch screen, you know, with a little case and stuff, fully like a fold-over case. Perfect for me. And yeah, so that's coming in this week. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to stop here and we'll come back again in a few. I think there's just setting up. So kind of a pause in the music. So yeah, anyway, I ordered that little monitor. It'll be arriving later on this week. And I'm going to see like if that mini PC will be sufficient for me for traveling. I think I still want to get a little laptop, but we'll see. We will see. I've also been having fun with the Steam Deck. This traveling thing has kind of been pushing me to do a few things that I have been putting off. So Steam Deck is a great little tool. Love it. Does a great job for games. But again, my biggest issue has been the size of the screen for my eyes. I have to put my arms out in order to see it sometimes without glasses. When I get my glasses on, it's fine. But if I'm laying in bed, I want to play a game. It's just like, so I'm laying there with my arms above my head, right? So I've been, so I got a little monitor for it. The little monitor that I ordered, I can plug into it. I got a little docking station for it. My brain was trying to say that I can plug that new monitor into. And I have a wireless controller that connects to it. Like, it's a nice little dock and allows it to be powered. And I dig it. I dig it a lot. I've also put on the Epic launcher, Blizzard launcher. So I'm playing Diablo 3 on the Steam Deck. Playing a couple of games I had on Epic that I wanted to play on the Steam Deck, but I didn't own them on Steam, and I didn't feel like purchasing them again. So I figured, might as well try it on the Steam Deck. I was looking at that Asus Ally because it's just like a Windows PC, so I'd be able to have everything on it. But I was like, I already have the Steam Deck. I already have accessories from the Steam Deck. Let's try to get some stuff. So it's a little bit of a hack to get the browsers or the launchers on it, but it works. So I'm not going to really bitch about it. It's a little tool you run in the background and it installs the launchers and you set it all up and it's fine. And then in the Steam Deck, you'll see Epic or Blizzard or GOG. And the games have run okay so far. The only issue I run into is you have to configure the controller, because the controller is not associated with the game, it's associated with the launcher. So it's a little weird. I really hope that Valve just starts to allow for access to these native launchers. I don't know if there's a licensing thing they have to do. I got no idea. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, it's Linux distribution. You can get a Linux version of the launchers. Let them run. But I think I don't want to run Windows on the Steam Deck either. That's not going to happen. I don't think it's powerful enough for me to run that and everything else. I'm like, the Steam OS works fine. There's only a few games that I want to play from the other launchers. It's more of a nice to have than a need to have for me. So that's why I'm doing it. It's there. I have access to them. But I'm heading over to the grocery store. I can pick up a couple things. Mostly my cheese and grapes. I've been missing them. I haven't had them for a few days. And actually for 2 weeks, to be honest. It's abnormal. So I think I'll get 2 packets of it. and get myself a couple of nice little treats, and then wander home. I have a gaming session potentially planned this afternoon. I might do a live stream, don't know. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys take care of yourselves. And I will see you all very soon in our next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.